What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. And yesterday was a good day. I ended up with the 2-0 day. Sixers plus the points, didn't need them at all. And then had the Knicks minus 6.5. That was relatively easy as well. So nice 2-0 day yesterday. And I tweeted out I'm 12-4 on the playoffs. I must have missed one. I must have been shorting myself because I checked the records and I'm 13-4. So um, good work so far in the playoffs. Vino, good to be back with you. How's everything on your end?
Things are good, Skee. I had a 2-0 myself last night. Same game at the top. I had the Sixers team total over 100 and a half. Big fourth quarter, pushed that across pretty easily. And we cashed the San Antonio Portland series bet under 5.5 games. San Antonio wraps it up in five. So 2-0, if we count the series bet, runs the playoff record to 18-8. So again, I'm trying to do the math. What did you say? 13-4. That's
So
31,
31 and
31 and
12,
12. Yeah,
doing some good
decent
work.
bet.
If you got one of those packages with Vino and myself, you make some money over there. So
Hmm.
love to hear that, Vino. Let's see if we can keep it going here today. We have three games we're going to talk about. First, looks like Magic and Pistons. Pistons as double digit favorites now, total of 211.5. Magic are up 3-1 in the series. Pistons returning home. Um, the Pistons, they look like a really, they look like they did not deserve to be a one seed, really. I mean, and it's really everybody, even Cade. Cade has been playing terrible. He's just been consistently turning the ball over, and a lot of Detroit's success does depend on him. But even outside of him, it's been no help really offensively. They've been able to play some defense, but the offense has just looked terrible. Now coming back home, I would expect the offense to look a little better. Role players usually shoot better at the house, but still, it's two teams. Like if I have to pick a side, it's the Pistons. It absolutely is, just because of the situation, um, and all those things that is named. But the total is interesting because both of these offenses suck for real, and both defenses have shown they're capable and going to force the other to shoot. I would think that we get less points in this game. So either Pistons or under is what I'm thinking here, Vino. How about you?
Yeah, hard to disagree with under after what we've seen, Ski. I got a couple of the same thoughts that you had. I'll just list off what I have in my notes here. First and foremost was Cade has to be superhuman. And Orlando has now shown defensively, it's going to take him out of it and let somebody else do the damage, and nobody else can do the damage. I think I said it after game one. If Tobias Harris is your number two option, probably not going to win. He's a great number three option and he's put up great numbers, but somebody's got to be that guy in the number two slot. And I keep thinking it's Jalen Duren, and it's just not. Um, Role players at home. You said it. I thought it as well. Maybe the role players step up a little bit here at home. Couple of things. When I got to thinking about it this morning, Ski, you said Detroit doesn't look like they deserve to be a number one seed. And I'm thinking to myself, when I watch them now, they do look very average. And I just wonder if we go back to how many shows we did during the regular season where we gave analysis on Detroit games, and either one of us would say, we just know Detroit's going to play hard for 48 minutes. To me, that might be how they got the number one seed because nobody else in the league does. San Antonio plays hard, OKC plays hard, and maybe you got 60 wins because you're the only team playing hard. Now everybody plays hard, and it's kind of showing up to where they don't have. And I know we've said here during this series, Orlando can't shoot, Detroit can't shoot. Plain and simple. Orlando has won games, Ski. In fact, they just won two games at home. Give you some numbers here. They won that game four, shooting 32.6% from the field. That's terrible. 32.6, 25.7 on threes. The two games that they played in Orlando, the Magic only shot 36.5 combined from the field and still won both games. You can't do that. And if you're a number one seed, you should be winning these games by 16 points or more. It's unbelievable. I don't think, I mean, just by those numbers, Skee, I don't think Orlando can shoot worse on the road. I mean, they've shot terrible on the road one time already and won a game here in Detroit. They happened to make a bunch of threes in that game, which was helpful, but overall field goal percentage was lousy. So I don't think they're going to shoot any worse. I happen to think they have more scoring options. You can give it to Bane. You can give it to Banchero. If Franz is okay, you can give it to Franz. Jalen Suggs, I think he was 1 for 13 last game. He's hit or miss. I think 10 points is too many at this point from what I see from Detroit. But if we break it down to your point, like in the Pistons for situation, maybe we have to like Detroit first quarter. Just come out here, fired up, down 3-1 at home, crowds going crazy, and take advantage first quarter wise. Because as these games go on, the flaws for both of these offenses start to show. So to me, if I was going to play Detroit, I'd play them early and get out of there because I don't know that they can win by 10. And I can't disagree with your thought on playing under 211 with these two offenses right now.
Like to hear that. We'll keep going on to the next game. That's the Raptors and the Cavaliers. Cavs look like an 8.5 point favorite. Total down from the opener of, opener of 220 down to 216. And the opener was Cavs minus 11.5. I'm seeing here down to 8.5. So people liking Raptors and under, I guess, out there. And if you watch the last couple games, I can understand why. That last game, though, Vino, the last 4.5 minutes, I mean, Cavs did everything they could possibly do to lose that game. Like, they were up 8 points, I think. Didn't get another. I'm pretty sure they didn't get another defensive rebound for the rest of the game. They just, tried to milk the clock, starting their offense with 6 seconds left, and ended up losing the game. Now they come back home. I'd expect everybody to shoot a little bit better at home, like I said in the previous game. I don't know, Vino. I feel like the Cavs not going to make that same mistake again here. I would think they're the right side in this game. What do you think?
I agree. And I agree from a team total perspective. The two games at home, they scored 113 and 115, and they shot almost 54% from the field, 40% from three. Much better offensively at home. Toronto went back home a little bit desperate. Like you say, Toronto should be walking back in here down 3-1, but they're not. It's 2-2. So maybe that helps actually, sound the siren for the Cavs to come out and play hard here. But their team total tonight, it was 112.5. When I bet it yesterday, it's now 113.5. I still think you're in good shape if you play it over 113.5. You would expect, lots being made of James Harden and these turnovers. It's factual, so I can't say it's not true. But I think some of that stuff disappears here today. They just have too many guys on that team that can score. We've seen it all season long. I think that happens tonight against Toronto here. Toronto's still a little bit young as far as playoff experience is concerned. So for me, it's just singling out Cleveland in a bounce back effort here. Two bad offensive games in a row on the road. And it's kind of, I don't know, 4 games, very small sample size, but it's kind of a trend here. Really good offensively at home, really bad offensively on the road. So I'm going to stick with the good offensively at home here. Cleveland in a situation where they can go up 3-2 and take control of this series once again. I think over 113.5. Solid play, Cavs team total.
I like that. I think that's a good way to look at it. We'll go to the last game. That's the Rockets and the Lakers. And this one opened up Lakers, I believe, minus 2.5. We now see them minus 4. Total opened 206.5 and has gone up to 208.5. And I feel like I should try to check the injury report on this one. Bear with me for 1 second. I know it hasn't mattered on a lot of these playoff games, but I am going to double check it here. So for the Lakers, Reeves is questionable. We know Doncic is out. For Houston, KD is out. I can't help but think if Reeves comes back, it might mess up the rhythm and the flow a little bit for the Lakers. What are you thinking here, Vino?
Yeah, I had the same thought. with Austin Reeves coming back. I think he is going to come back. They haven't had terrific offensive flow, the Lakers anyway, but it's been good enough to get past Houston, which just hasn't shot well until the last game when they desperately needed it. And to tell you the truth, actually, while the Lakers haven't scored a bunch, they've had a couple of games where they have shot it well. I mean, that first game, they shot 61% almost at home. And even losing the other night, they shot 50%. So while I think Reeves could possibly be a cohesion problem, working him back into the lineup, I don't know. He's the kind of guy where I think he can weave right back in. I tell you what, I trust less is Houston at this point in time. And no Durant. I know you've said it a few times. No KD. This offense, no point guard. Yeah, they got one the other night. I kind of expected them to get one to show some sort of pride after throwing game 3 away, giving up 6 points in the last 24 seconds, whatever it was. So they played hard that one. They won that one. Lakers didn't shoot good at all from 3, 5 of 22 in that game. You think that's going to come up a little bit here at home? And honestly, I think the Lakers are going to put everything into this one. I don't know if LeBron was a little bit fatigued or what, but he didn't look the same last game offensively. I think certainly he'll have the energy tonight. I kind of like the Lakers here, Skee. I think they wrap it up here and now because once you get margin from Houston, it's hard for Houston to come back. I'm surprised. I shouldn't say I'm surprised, but it did make me kind of think twice. Maybe Udoka's got to say this kind of stuff to get his team motivated. I think we can still come back and win this series. I don't see the same thing that the head coach of the Rockets see. I think LA can wrap this thing up tonight. So if I have to play, and I haven't yet, I think I'd be on Lakers' side in some way, shape, or form. The 2 home wins were by 9 and 7, only laying 4.5 with an extra scorer on the floor tonight, probably. So I think unless Austin Reeves is ice cold shooting, Skee, that could be one problem. Again, I just think he's the kind of guy that works his way right back in. So for me, it would probably be Lakers if I'm going to play at all.
All right. We disagree on this one. I'll ask you this, Vino. Do you agree with the total going up? I think it's going up because they think Reeves is going to play.
Right.
But I don't think I agree with it. What do you think?
Well, I'm with you. And we see this all year long, and we comment on it all year long, that injuries just push numbers or injury returns push numbers for no real reason, just because, hey, one of their leading scorers is coming back. We got to bet over. This series has taken on somewhat of an undertone. They're averaging 208 points a game, right on the nose. So this total would be right on there. Game 5, we saw 3 last night. 3 teams didn't reach 100 points. Very, very defensive minded. So perhaps the push toward over isn't correct here, but I don't know that I want to get involved in that. I just don't trust Houston offensively. Honestly, they're a good rebounding team, good defensive team, but aside from that, I don't know. I don't see a lot out of their offense.
All right, we'll wrap it up with that. And before we get to best bets, do a little bit of promo. We have a lot going on. Let's see what I'm gonna pick here. We have so much going on. You guys should just check it all out. It's a lot of different ways to get involved. How about we'll just shout out a few of the usuals. Um, we do have this one. Buy 3, get 3 free. Comes out to just 6 days for $69. Um, Vino and myself both have been killing it. We already told you our playoff record. What is it, 31 and 12 so far? So if you say, why am I picking one? I want both of you guys. You can get double the NBA Core Vision, both 45 and 23. You'll get 3 days for $59. That's also a good way to get involved. And this one is new. The last one I'll say is new. If I can get that up there, hopefully. There we go. So WNBA is around the corner. I think it starts in about 2 weeks. This is the WNBA early bird pricing plus the rest of NBA playoffs free. So if you purchase the WNBA package from either Rob Veno or myself, we get the rest of our NBA playoffs for free. And yeah, I mean, I did well last year in the WNBA. I know Rob, a few years ago, Rob was learning. Now Rob's a pro. Now Rob's an expert on WNBA too. Rob does well too. So get involved with either one of us if you would like to. Now, I will ask, if you have a best bet, we love to hear it. If you don't, it's all good. And also, if there's anything else you would like to promote, feel free.
Yeah, real quick, I would just say that, and I don't know this for a fact, guys, so don't hold me to it, but I would say that if you wanted a combo pack on that WNBA, in other words, if you wanted to just put Skee and I together, we're going to do WNBA shows all summer long. So if you want to put the two together, I'm sure the office in Detroit would do something for you. You just got to ask for it. If you don't want to separate and pick one or the other, and you do want both, I'm sure you could do that. Yesterday, we didn't have Best Bet Skee because we had $5 Tuesday. But today I'll leave one for sure. I think Detroit first quarter is a solid bet. It's one that I played. They were -3 at the time. I think they're still -3. I think there was a stray 2.5 out there, but I'm not going to force anybody to have 16 accounts and go find the stray. 3-point favorite, Pistons first quarter. You heard my reasoning why. I just feel like they're up against it here. I don't trust them full game, but I think they can come out with some fire and maybe catch Orlando off guard early on the defensive side as well. So give me first quarter Detroit Pistons here tonight, -3.
Good stuff from Vino. Um, you know, I guess I'm a little superstitious because when I was not given the best bets on the show because I only had a player or so, I'm winning every day. And then when they start saying, give us the best bets, and I give a best bet, then I fell off and I lost. So you know what? I'm going to just keep it in my pocket today. We'll see if we keep the streak alive. And, we'll see. Maybe I'll have some more to share for tomorrow. But I did break the games down. If you listen, like we talk about, if your listening skills are up to par, you know what directions I'm looking or what I've played. Vino, hopefully we're still there. Yeah, we're good. Vino, always appreciate you taking the time to cap these games with me. Helps my process. I'm sure you help everybody else as well. And chat, you guys help make the show what it is. So I appreciate you all. Best of luck, everybody, on all your action. And we will catch you all again tomorrow.